Chef Payne and I are here in the kitchen to show you all how to make Mocha Butter Cream. This is an Italian meringue buttercream that we're gonna flavor with chocolate and coffee. So I've got some ganache that we will add to the buttercream once it's completely put together. I am going to add Sanka packets. This is just a powdered coffee. I'm gonna dissolve it into Kahlua. So we will have a nice mocha flavor. This is a great recipe, and we have gotten a couple things done. We have left our butter out overnight, and I've cut that into cubes so it's nice and soft. It'll be easy to add once the meringue reaches the correct temperature. We have boiled our sugar syrup right here in this saucepan to 240 degrees, and at several points during the boiling, I simply took a clean brush and clean water and washed down the sides of the bowl. That will trap and bring any of the sugar crystals down into the boiling liquid, and that will discourage recrystallization. All right, we've also whipped up our whites, and we're ready to pour this syrup into our whites. So I've got my whites at a nice medium consistency. I'm gonna turn my motor down a little bit, and I'm going to slowly pour my syrup into my whites. You want to be careful and try to pour the sugar syrup in between the whisk and the bowl. If it slides down the side of the bowl, you risk not getting it all into your egg whites. And if it hits the whisk, it can start to spin the sugar. That's fine for cotton candy, but not ideal for our use. So now this needs to cool to 85 degrees. And we'll be back as soon as it is, and then we'll add our butter and our flavoring. Okay, so we are back to finish up our buttercream. Our meringue has cooled to 84.2 degrees. Anything right at 85 is what we're looking for, because we don't want it to melt the butter. I've cut my butter into cubes, and I'm just gonna add my butter. Just sort of consistently paste. And we talked about how sometimes buttercreams can break if your temperature's off or if your formula is out of balance. So I'm gonna have you all watch what this meringue does as we start to add the butter. It starts to break it down, and at some point it can appear as though it's broken right before I get all of my butter in. Chef Payne is doing an excellent job as a videographer today. I don't believe she's put her finger in the lens. Have you, Chef? This one? Okay. So that's good. And I believe she has pressed play. So we're hoping this is recording. I've got about 2.5 pounds of softened butter I'm getting into this. Almost there. I'm going to turn this down so we don't splash Chef Payne. All right, so we have our butter in. I'm going to turn it up a little bit just to beat out some of those lumps. I see it come back together to a spreadable consistency, we're going to add our flavor. You can start to see how it's building in thickness. Down and lower the bowl. And I'm going to add my Kahlua and coffee mixture. And my ganache. I am wearing gloves because this is a final product, ready to eat product. You should have a pretty good looking product here. I'm going to lower the bowl and scrape it and continue to beat it, and we have beautiful mocha butter cream. So you all, if you were paying attention, if you could make it that long, it started to, it deflated, and then it takes a little while you're beating it to get it to come to this consistency. So don't panic if that happens to you all. It will come back together as long as you've gotten your sugar syrup boiled to the correct temperature and you have a nice softened butter product that you're adding to it consistently at a moderate rate. All right, so let me show you this beautiful butter cream. Real pretty. It's going to be really nice to frost with, and we'll be right back to finish that cake.